Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all your likes and comments. Today I will talk about my fail at Etihad Assessment Day, how it happened and what happened after, so stay tuned. Etihad was actually the first company that replied to my CV, in contrast to other companies, and they decided actually to keep it as traditional and as normal as possible, like it is pre-COVID times. So it was like very usual assessment day. The only difference is that we were wearing masks the whole day. The week before the assessment day, I received an invitation from Etihad with all the details, the location, the date and everything. So immediately I bought a train ticket to Moscow, and the overall this trip was much cheaper than trip to St. Petersburg because I have a friend who lives in Moscow, so I had a place where to stay, and of course obviously train tickets are a bit cheaper. So in general, the assessment day was very exciting. I met some participants from Emirates interview day. It was really fun to get to know each other. I also met some new people and some participants that are in Emirates right now with me, and I know them. The atmosphere was just amazing. It was really warm and welcoming. HR managers from Etihad, they showed us a presentation about the company in the country. Absolutely nothing new to me because I lived in the UAE 10 years before, but still it was really cool. After the presentation, we had to give them our documents, CV, photos and everything, and have a short interview or like a small talk with a little task, like you have to pick up a card with the words on it, like medicine, law, pets, whatever, and you have to talk about 1 minute about this topic straight away without any preparation. So this is how they checked our English speaking skills. After that, they checked our height, and that was it. That was the first round. So after the first round, we noticed that they separated our files into two groups, and for us it meant like they rejected half of us. Like 15 participants are okay for the next round, and 15 they will have to go. And the first HR manager, she called the names from these files, and I wasn't called, and I was like, okay, maybe these are the participants that are rejected. That's fine, nothing to be worried about. I was so confident that I will proceed to the next stage, so I couldn't believe that I couldn't make it. And the other HR manager, so the first group, they left to another auditorium, and the second HR manager, she called the names from the second group. Again, I wasn't called. Maybe it was a mistake. Yes, it was a mistake. The first HR manager came back and she was like, I'm missing one participant, and she called my name. So I was just pulled out from the second group that were rejected to the first group that were the winners of the first round. So I was extremely happy. That was a fun moment to remember. The second round, it was a group task, so we were separated into, I think, 3 or 4 groups of, I don't remember how many people, maybe it was 3 groups, just 3 groups of 5, 7, 8 people, whatever. So the task is that you have to pull up the card, with a personality on it, with a hero on it. In my case, it was a priest or a churchman, whatever you call it. Some had a flight attendant, a rich man, a mother with a child, different types of personalities. And the task is that you have an emergency situation, and we have one boat to be rescued, but this boat fits only 5 people in it. So you have to decide who these 5 people will be. You have to choose these 5 people. So this task checks how you communicate in a team, how you work in a team. Are you a leader, or are you just, I don't want to talk with any one type of person. So that was my mistake. I was a leader. I was so charismatic. My strategy was completely wrong. I don't know why. I decided that I have to be on this board, and I convinced everyone to choose me. And I was a priest. No one needs a priest on a board, but I convinced everyone. I was so pushy and bossy and everything. And I was like, I need to do that because if I'm on board, I will go to the next round. But that was my mistake. Never do that again, because you have to be in between. You don't have to be like a strong leader or whatever. You have to be like a diplomat, a person who's easy to be communicating with others, who is easy to work in a team with, who is not pushy, is not bossy, because on board you have different types of personalities, you have different types of people and colleagues and everyone, so you have to work with everyone, and you have to be able to work with everyone without any problems. And if you are really pushy and bossy, it can cause some problems on board with your colleagues or even passengers. So of course, after that round, I was rejected. I wasn't the only one who was rejected. I think there were like 8 participants, and I think I was a bit sad, but at the same time, I was like, okay, life will go on. It's not a tragedy. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. I have a job. I have a job to do, and I had lessons for the next day. I had to prepare for them, and during that day, I was waiting for my salary to come. So basically, I had no money to come back to my friend's house. I had not enough money for taxi or any transport. So, and I was so hungry. I think I was more sad about being hungry without any money than being sad about this situation with my Etihad fail. So I decided that, okay, but still I have enough money to go to McDonald's. So I went there, I bought a coffee and a cheeseburger, and when I was drinking coffee and eating cheeseburger, I received a message that my money came to my bank account. So I was like, okay, it's time for shopping. I need some emotional support shopping. So I bought wine, I bought some, I don't know, body lotion or shampoo, whatever. And then I took a taxi and came back to my friend's house. I talked to her about everything what happened, about my mistakes and everything, but I tried to be cheerful as possible. And I was like, okay, I need to move on. I need to get ready for my tomorrow's lessons. But still, I will check Emirates website, because I have heard that they have updated some status online. And then I decided, yeah, I checked my status on Emirates website, and that was the moment when I saw that joining formalities in progress. I screamed. I was so happy. It was really a roller coaster, because in the first part of the day I failed, and in the evening I had this wonderful news. And the next day was the day when I received a golden call, and the new chapter in my life began. So yeah, that was very memorable and nice to remember and keep in my heart. So just a small lesson for you, that it can be really a roller coaster. In the morning you fail, in the evening you win. That's life. And if you have any assessment day with group task, just a good rule to remember, that you don't have to be a strong leader, and you don't have to be a very shy person. You have to be like in between. So that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned.